Before we begin, I would like to give a shout out to Death Eater. Okay, let's continue with our segment. Summer is almost here. I've never been angrier in my life. I'll get them both. I'll get them at the same time. They won't be able to see it coming. I cannot wait to see the look on their faces. Since December, I've been scheming. Asano and Akabane won't ever mess with me again. There's a reason Asano continues holding that stupid photo over me. He doesn't just do it for fun. It's because I'm useful. Can't say that about most of the students here. Sadly, even the A-class students don't have a lot of common sense. Everyone here always has their nose in a book, and not the fun kind, the school kind. Watching videos are much easier than actually reading things. February is approaching, and I've got just the thing to take out the target with one arrow. I'll give them each a letter. One is from someone who sounds just like their type. Of course, there has to be a difference, so on the note cards, I'll ask them to meet somewhere. I have no idea where yet, and I'll send them on a scavenger hunt. I can't speak for Akabane, but I know once Asano reads my letter, I've got him on the hook. I only need to wave his title in his face. His ego is bigger than his brain, and that's saying something. As for Akabane, I'm hoping Shiota will help me out with that. I'm supposed to be meeting him at the cinema, by himself again, obviously. Akabane wouldn't let me see him just like that. No, I know he wants me to work for it. And once I get them both on camera, meeting each other outside of school, I'll trade the photo for my freedom. I'm sure Akabane would be more than happy to help me out since his face needs to be in the video for this to work. I'm not running out of options. I'm just getting started. It gives me a sick thrill to watch them suffer without knowing it. Maybe they'll even kiss. Since I've started hunting Akabane for Asano, we've been playing our own game of cat and mouse. He's playing harder at this. Every time I've tried to catch him off guard, he's somehow always one step ahead of me. I blame this on Asano. Who else would be able to tip him off? Maybe Akabane doesn't even know it's Asano telling him. I wonder how that scene would play out, but that just makes me more curious. How would Asano know what I plan and when I decide to execute it? Can't say Asano hasn't outsmarted me a couple of times, but when my letters go out, hopefully I'll be able to switch up the game, to my advantage of course. The lunch bell rings. I grab my laptop and head out the door with one glance back at Asano. I gave him Akabane's address, but he said that wasn't what he asked for. He wants me to spy, I get that, but how do I spy on a literal phantom? Akabane, I will find you. Mark my words. The roof isn't as crowded as you'd expect. It's actually very quiet up here, probably because of the cold, but I like the cold. It makes me feel, I don't know. I swing my leg over the top of the roof and let it hang. I keep another leg on the inside and lean forward to type my letter for Asano. It's not like Asano can't get his own dirt on Akabane, or anyone for that matter. He's just lazy. I know how it might sound crazy, but he puts most of his time into studying, the rest into soccer. He has no time for anything else. I could also be wrong, and he just likes having people doing the work for him. Although, that doesn't sound too much like Asano. I'm probably wrong, but honestly, I'd say that's how Akabane prefers to do things. Hey Nagisa, how have you been? The boy looks up with a smile. Fine, and you? You didn't come during lunch. I was worried. Of course I didn't go. What would be the point? The person I wanted to see wouldn't have been there. Yeah, I was just caught up with studying. That's a lie. One he would have picked out if he were Asano or any other A-class student. A-class duties catch up to you. He means it as a compliment. but he has no idea just how spot on he is. We should make plans for the summer, I say, hoping he'll include Akabane. Maybe I'll be able to meet up with him, professionally at least. It's unlikely, but if I don't have hope, then why am I even here? Sure, his grin is so cute. I almost feel bad for bringing up Akabane, but I haven't spoken of him in a while, nor has Nagisa offered an opening. I think Akabane will be up for a beach trip. I try to sound casual, adding a nervous laugh, but Nagisa goes stock still. I incline my head, only to have Nagisa avert, not just his gaze, but his entire head. I shift uncomfortably. Is everything alright? Carmen, I nod, trying to be reassuring, trying to be a good friend, which would be another lie, because I'm not. We stopped talking. This is new. I wonder why he's never mentioned it in previous meetups. May I ask why? I want information, but I'm not cruel. I don't even know. Even if I wanted to, I don't think I could explain it. I pat his shoulder, trying to encourage him to continue, but all he adds is, he moved to E-class a month and a half ago. Why? Is the first thing that's on the tip of my tongue, but I do the respectful thing and keep my questions to myself. I am no cop after all, and Nagisa is not a suspect in an investigation. If anything, he's a source. But now that he's not friends with Akabane anymore, I guess he's kind of useless to me now. It's alright, we don't have to talk about it. He nods and gets up, finally looking at me. It's getting late, the movie will be starting soon. We should probably go before the line for snacks gets too long. A subject change. It must have been serious. Sure. I condemn you, Akabane, you and Asano.